Hey guys, it's Mary here again. For today's video I am using a 4mm needle. As usual I'm using my bamboo ones because I like them. It's a circular needle, it's actually a bit too long, I can't find my shorter one. The reason why I like the bamboo is it's not as noisy, it doesn't click as much or it's not as loud. These needles actually I got them on, I think it was the Wish website. And I got a whole pack. I think there was 18 in the pack, so it was actually really good value. But I know you can buy them in loads of different shops. This is a double knit I'm using. It's a James Brett top value. It's 100% acrylic, just for the purpose of this video. So I'm going to show you how to do it. The slip knot again. So wool around, and then put your needle in. Hold both pieces of your yarn, and then pull the long one. And it'll bring it right up to the top for you. So I'm going to do the cast on here to show you how to do the cast on. I'll do one plain row, and then I'll go in to do one row of plain, one row of purl. So here we go. So you go in to make your stitch, wool around, pull it up, you can see it here, and then put it into the middle of that to cast on. So makes your new stitch. So twirl it and bring it around. I'm only going to do 10 stitches for this video. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's your first 10 stitches. Now for this I'm going to use the traditional way of knitting just for the first row. It actually gives it a nicer finish for if you're going to do your, if you're going to do, oh, I'm after in there. If you're going to do, it's a nicer end. 3, 4. And don't forget to do the last one. And as usual, I always hold the tail with my other needle here. So you can see I hold it here, and then I just give it a little bit of a tug, and I don't tug it too tight. So you can see you have a nicer edge. Okay, so to do your purl stitch, sorry, these needles are massively long. Always make sure that your yarn is to the front of you, not to the back. For knitting, it has to be to the back. To do a purl stitch, it has to be to the front. So I'll just get my hand position here. So you're going to go into the front. So you can see it there. So you have the cross actually to the front. The working needle is here. And then you bring your yarn into the middle and bring it around, and then push it from the front to the back. And then you do the same all the way across. So you're going into your stitch, you get your yarn, you're going to bring it into the middle, around, and bring it to the front, and then bring your needle from the front to the back, and then slide it off. So this is the purl stitch. So into the front, in between, so it actually looks a bit crazy here, then push your needle from the back, from the front to the back, and then slide it off. In, wool around, bring it from the front to the back, slide it off. Okay, so this is how you actually do your purl stitch. Now for the next row, when we finish here, for the next row, I am going to do a row of plain stitches. So just pull that one there at the very end again, bring it to the front. The next row, I'm actually going to do a row of plains using the traditional method, not the European method. So for a knit, you're going in your needle that you're working on is actually going into the back. So wool around, bring it through, and you'll see why now in a minute. If you were to do one row plain, or if you were to use the purl stitch all the way, you'd end up having the bubbly stitch at the both sides. It wouldn't just work out. You'll see it here. This is the plain stitch. That's what the purl stitch actually looks like. Okay. Now I'm going to do the purl. So on the bubble side here, this side here, make sure again that you have your wool to the front of your needle. You're going to go work from the front now and put your wool in, and you do this all the way across. And as you can see, I'm working with the needle on the wool, and I'm holding on this side. I'm using my thumb to push it from the front to the back, and then I ease my yarn up, my stitches up, and then I slide it off. If you hold on to them slightly, you don't have to hold on to them too tight. If you hold on to them slightly, a little bit, they don't fly off, because sometimes, especially when you're beginning just to knit, if you pull too tight, you can lose your stitches, and there's nothing worse, because then you have to start all over again, because it's very, very hard to actually, in a beginning, trying to figure out how to pick up your stitches. So just be very careful. So now I try and use all of my hand, like when I'm holding my needles. So it's into the front, wool around, bring it from the front to the back, and slide it off for purl stitches. Okay. So when you're doing the purl stitch, it looks like the bubbles on the front, but when you see it at the back, it's lovely. Okay, and then just give it a little bit of a pull at the end, the last one. Turn it again. Now on this side, you're going to do your plain stitch. So the plain will be into the front, and you're working, your needle is going to be at the back, and you're working around the back. So I'll just do this one a bit faster so you can actually see. There's a lot of, oh sorry, I'm going to just redo that one. There's a lot of chat going on downstairs. We have a friend over from the States. So pull that. So that's what it actually looks like. It's a lovely stitch. Now this one, again, as I say, I'm going to do the purl. So make sure you have your yarn to the front. You're going to work this needle into the front, and then you're going to go into the middle and bring it forward, push from the front to the back, and slide it off. And you're just going to keep doing that to the other side. As you can see, I use my hand to actually hold my work as well. So you can see now it's not going to move very much. And I use this hand to bring my wool around. Use my thumb then to bring it from the front to the back and slide it off. It actually just holds it in place for you. Now I know when you have an awful lot of work on your needle, sometimes you can't manage that. It's not possible. But I try and do it as much as I can. Give it a little bit of a tug, pull it down. So as you can see, that's what the back looks like. And this is what the front looks like. So now we are going to do a row of plain. So it's plain as well. The wool is going to go, your needle is going to go in and work to the back, and your wool is always going to be to the back. So just continue on to the very end with your knit stitch. Oops. Do your knit stitch to the very last one. Bring it forward, give it a little bit of a tug, and there you go. You can have a look now. It's a lovely stitch. And then In the next video, I will show you how to do 2 plain. So you'll have a lovely stitch. It'll look like a rib stitch actually. You'll have 2 and 2, 2. So it'll be 2 plain, 2 purl, 2 plain, 2 purl all the way across. So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and share. And until the next time, I'll see you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.